Bairnsdale City Oval just to spice up the top five.
I like it.
So to start the proceedings in the middle of the ground, it'll be Whites to do the ruck duty with McCullum. In there for Bairnsdale is White, as we know. Cowan not in there at the moment. Looks to be Minnie McKeon's in there. The umpire holds it up, and McCullum tapped it straight down. Here's Robertson to get it out the centre clearance for the Hawks. Drives it inside forward 50. It clears the pack. Hamilton there for the Redlegs. Thumps it on the ground, looking for touch, and finds it right on the point where the 50 meets the boundary. And in the opening 15 seconds of play, we have a boundary throw-in.
So here we go. Both teams looking for a quick start in an important game against two even sides. Side forward 50 at the moment. McCulloch leads the way. On his hammer is Will Hamilton. First play to the ball. Well, it's going to be Drouin, but there's not much room for them to wiggle. Bairnsdale will get out of trouble now. Defensive 50. They got room to move. Run down. Nicely done. The player with the ball was Liam Giove. It was run down, nicely done by Tatnall. Threads his way through a couple. Can he find a teammate? He can't. It's hot out there at the minute. Tommy Barr got the ball, but he got himself. And there'll be a ball up in the middle of the Bairnsdale Recreation Oval. It's the opening minutes of this all-important clash.
Axford there for the Hawks. Kicked around his body, got inside forward 50. Ferguson just handballed to a teammate who just missed him. Going in hard there is Robinson. Quick, there's a quick kick from the Hawks. It comes in the way of Jackson Costs, and the first goal goes in the way of the visiting team, and Jackson Costs for the Hawks.
Yeah, Poppy, you hit the nail right on the head. It is really hot early again. We've seen this every time we come to Bairnsdale. Each side, and normally the home side, they come out really hard. They did then. The ball was always inside Drouin's forward 50, and Costs ran onto the ball and kicked their opener. Very well done.
And that's the first score on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. Come at the 1 minute and 30-second mark. Drouin 1 goal straight, 6 leading Bairnsdale yet to score.
I'm not sure if there's many moves out there, but there looks a couple of Bairnsdale players lost, just looking for men at the moment. So I'm not sure if Drouin have lined up as expected, but keep an eye on that defensive 50 of Bairnsdale as the ball's thrown down and it gets kicked forward. Tommy Bryan's the man who busts through the forward 50 for Bairnsdale, looking for a winner. Can't find a teammate. Drouin under pressure. Handball through traffic and off they go. They've done that nicely and got themselves out of trouble, and they've done it through Harry Wans, who goes towards the outer side. Good contest. Will Hamilton makes sure the ball comes to ground. There's been a free kick. It will go against the big man, and it's going to be a Drouin free kick to Jimmy Ferguson over towards the outer side of the Bairnsdale home oval.
He checks his kick and goes out wide.
What the hell was that?
Well, he was looking for Big Bob McCullum. Can you believe it? He kicked it over his head.
It was the look-away kick.
I think the wind caught it.
That was horrible.
It was.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Not a breath to speak of here at the Bairnsdale City Oval, and he missed the tallest man out in the park. So we have a boundary throw-in. 3 minutes into this first quarter. McCullum does the ruck work at the back of the pack, does it, and then kicks it off the ground into a little bit of open space. It's a foot race. Off the half-back line is Waddell, does nicely. It was Preston in the end. Cowan gave it back to him. Long kick now. That was from Brett Waddell, I should have said. Got inside forward 50. Roving nicely there was Radford, who kicked it towards the pocket in the end. Leading the chase was Bulba. And we have a boundary throw in inside Bairnsdale's forward 50. Is that the first time?
Second.
Second time. And currently 3 minutes in, we've got Drouin leading by 6 points.
So we're only 20 metres from Bairnsdale's goals, kicking to the town end of their home ground. Player that reads it nicely was a Braden Radford, who had a kick for goal that found touch a moment ago, but now he may have a free kick for being taken too high, and the chance for the Redlegs to bring up their first score and even things up with Radford. A kick on goal, consequence of that free kick. 25 metres out, directly in front.
Yes, well, no breeze to speak of. Last time we were here, the conditions were blowing from left to right, from the change room side of the ground across to the Paynesville end. I guess this time, no breeze. A pretty straightforward kick for Radford. Comes in, and, well, it went straight through to the behind.
No.
For the first time, Paul Carter on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
5 point lead to Drouin at the 4 minute mark of the first term, with Drouin 1 goal straight, 6 Bairnsdale, 1 behind, 1 point.
I said the margin was going to be 5 points.
Well,
yes, I know it's a joke, Nick. We're only 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Wans will bring it into play for the Hawks. Kicks it out wide. Couldn't quite find the target out there. Nice little roving work there was from Drouin. There's going to be a free kick being paid, and it will go to Clayton Kingy.
So Kingy, left half back flank, plays on quickly, kicks it along the line towards left half forward flank. A fly, but over the back of the pack, it looks to be the Bloods that have got the numbers, and the player with the ball was Keenan Hines. He handballed over the top. Can he thread a few handballs together? They just can't get the string of handballs together. The pressure from Drouin, and especially Clayton Kingy with the ball at the moment, was too much. And that man that I just spoke of, Clayton Kingy, will get the free kick. And again, right on left half forward. Left half back, I should say, for Drouin.
Boxer early.
Look, early, I think Cowan's the key factor here for Bairnsdale at the moment. He's going to get plenty of it. But the other ones too for Drouin is Wans and Barr, who have been in great form over the last few weeks.
Certainly have been. The kick went backwards and found Giovi across that half back line. He's a nice kick of the football on a searching long lead out wide. Was Radford. Kicks down the line, but in the front spot there for Drouin. Nicely done. Looks to be Axford. So the midfielder helping out the defence goes backwards inside his defensive 50. Found Dower with that ponytail in the back half, right in the back in that goal square for the Hawks. They chip it around. Over the top it went there to Anderson, who got it further outside his 50. No one there except for the Redlegs. Robinson was the one. Got around Kingy. Gave a handball off now to Hines. He kicks it inside forward 50. Contest. No one can mark. Ball now in dispute. Running out is Tommy Barr. Goes to ground. Has some help from Anderson. Now working in was Wans. The Redlegs are all over him. They've got numbers everywhere. Wyatt gave it off to Bulmer. Left foot shot on goal. He may have stuck it through. And Bulmer gets the first for the Redlegs at home.
Yeah, Bulmer was on the wrong side there for a left footer. It was a cracking goal there deep in that forward pocket. I still am concerned about both sides' ability to kick goals and have that key forward to kick to. I think you can just see that each time the Bairnsdale have come inside 50, they've really struggled to have a real focal point to kick to. Hopefully it could be Hines or it could be Vickery, but they've got to get that worked out throughout the afternoon.
Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. First lead change for the day. 6-minute mark first quarter. Bairnsdale 1-1-7, leading Drouin 1 goal straight 6.
So Joshua White goes into the ruck for Redlegs, giving Hamilton a bit of a breather. He flies high but way too early. McCullough gets the tap. Can't find a teammate. Good pressure there it was by the Bairnsdale side to hold the ball in. I reckon it could have been Ben McKinnon was the first player there for the home side, and he makes it an even contest. Ball to be thrown up.
Yeah, McCallum had a fresh airy kick off the ground there on the back half. There was Vickery, who's playing back this afternoon. Boxer, keep an eye on him.
Yep.
Quick kick by the Hawks. They go inside forward 50. It bounces over the top of everyone's head. It's bouncing and going away. Well, it tricked everyone out there, defenders and forwards. We've got a minor score, Paul.
And the scores are level. 7.5 minutes into the first quarter and 1-1 apiece on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
So Hamilton now, he was a ruckman a moment ago. Now he's the full-back, bringing the ball back in. He comes in grandstand or commentary position way, went searching for a teammate in Cowan. Cowan dropped, but maybe he should have taken, and now he's been taken, ball and all, on the left half-back flank for his Bairnsdale side, right in front of the majority of the crowd here at Bairnsdale. The race is on. Can they get a quick kick? They can. It was nicely kicked out of the pack there by Toddy Beck, but he couldn't find a teammate. It was taken. A good mark in defence by Harry Gibbs, whose kick was poor, puts his teammates under pressure. The skills aren't great, but they don't need to be right now. We just need to be accurate as Clayton Kingy goes for goal, and he's offline, minus score. But it's enough to regain the most slenderest of leads, Paul Carter.
1-2-8 Drouin, and we have Bairnsdale 1-1-7, and we've played 8.5 minutes.
Brett Waddell for the Redlegs to just slow things up, bring this into play. Presenting lead there is Gibbs, and it doesn't find him. Tommy Barr came in, picked it off, took on one tackler, got one over the shoulder. The umpire said play on, and then he got pinged for holding the ball. They were lucky there, the Redlegs. Harry Gibbs will be the one with the rundown tackle free kick. Again, chips it inboard. This one comes off. Vickery playing back, Boxer.
He is playing back.
So Kieran Vickery chips it out wide, top of the defensive 50, found Radford, who started well early. His kick gets over the top of the defence. Good work by Hines. Handballed quickly onto a teammate. Gets it to White. They string down. And Cowan, he received the football. Got dumped by Robinson. Vickery gave it off to Hines, though. Half forward. Beautiful kick towards Bulmer. Goes to ground. Ball gets it right on the boundary line. And good work by the Drouin defender. And that was from Wans. I've been super impressed with the way Harry Wands have come into this Drouin side, tackled Bulmer, put him out, boundary throw in. 9 to make it 10 minutes in, and we have a 1-point margin to Drouin.
Some of the decision making, well, it's got whiskers on it, to be quite frank. Left half forward flank bends down to attack and trailing by the solitary point. Quick kick forward by Drouin, inside forward 50. Under pressure, McCulloch, the big man on hands and knees, punches it forward. Can't find a teammate. Got about a dozen players around the ball at the moment, and there's no way through. The umpire says clear it out and give me a go.
Yes, Scott, I think Vickery's playing that fifth on baller for Bairnsdale, just floating up the ground and putting himself forward in a dangerous spot as well.
Thank you, Boxer. From the stoppage, Axford was there. He managed to stand up in that tackle, then get boot the ball. Robinson goes back with a flight. Can't quite get it on the first occasion. Wykes has to go to ground. Misses the football. Robinson was still there for the Hawks. Strong tackle on Gibbs was allowed to continue. Now Tatnall has it for the Red Legs. Goes to the shallow pocket. And a nice elevating mark there. Goes up, and that is in the way of, it's the change of jumper. Byron Vickery has it. He had 3 jumper changes before he ran out. And Byron Vickery in front of the change rooms here at the Bairnsdale City Oval, kicking towards the city end of the ground. They trail by a point. And Vickery, this will be a tough goal from here. Puts it on its way. And he said, if you don't mind, I'm going to slot it straight through the middle. Byron Vickery into the side. Great goal.
Gee, I'll tell you what, that's the hot corner now for Bairnsdale. They've got both their goals there from the same spot. I tell you what, Tatnall's got a beautiful leg, and he kicked the first goal, and then he's just put that inside there for Vickery, and what a great goal, and great start there to Bairnsdale.
And both by left footers on the wrong side for left footers too, Boxer. 5-point lead, third lead change into the quarter, and we're only played 11.5 minutes into this first quarter. A Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale 2-1-13, Drouin 1-2-8.
All right, so we got Wykes to do battle in the ruck again against the big fella in McCallum. Again, he jumped Ernie, and again McCallum gets the tap. First player there at ground level is McKeon. He's a busy little bee, this bloke. He goes hard, and he provides an option for his teammate. Nicely done too. Waddle goes to centre half forward, spills the ball, it turns over, but the fight is on at ground level. Wykes, the big man, feeds it out to his teammate in white. He too is taken, and before getting a kick away is Harrison Cook. They burst into side forward 50. They can't find a winner on the fly, and they can bust a tackle and give it another go. Here we go now through Ricky Tatnall, and he'll kick from 45 metres and goal.
No,
touched on the line, you bugger, he says.
Harry Wands was the one back there who quickly plays onto himself, goes to the far side. McCullum is his target, can't quite mark it. Front and square there was Koss, and Axford working hard as he always does. He goes laterally with his kick, and nicely done to Clayton Kingy. Half-back flank for Drouin. It's a 6-point margin in the Bairnsdale favour. Nice little neat kick inboard found Beck. He can go inboard again to Axford. He can square it across the other side of the ground. He's got McCullum out there as well. Marks, slows it up now. He goes by foot and found a teammate out there. And that looks to be, was it Beck on the far side? He comes back inboard. Hamilton was there for the defence for the Red Legs. Quick chain of handballs. Falls in the hands of Waddell. This is Brett. Runs away. Kicks it outside his defensive 50. The target out there was the big fella with the dreads, and his name is Robinson. He gets to the back of the pack. Now Drouin coming with some numbers. They help out. Tommy Barr goes hard at it. Quick tackle there was from Axford to come in board, and nicely done. Sorry, he marks it in the middle, does Axford. Runs through the middle of the ground under pressure from McKeon. Goes towards the target of Rose. Gets around on the left foot. Had a little bit of a toe poke. Salter handballs over the top. Running onto this one. Jackson Koss might get another one. He can't get boot the ball. Koss had a chance as well. We have a minor score after all that for Harvey Norman Computers.
1-3-9. That takes the Drouin score to. They trail Bairnsdale by 5 points at the 14-minute mark of the first quarter. The Red Legs are sitting on 2-2-14.
A risky kick again from Hamilton. Good enough. McCann takes the ball and he goes off too. Like the busy little bee he is, finds a teammate in the lead, and that player is Cowan. A good player himself. They've got some numbers now to surge forward. Cowan left foot taken late. He's taken late. A free kick down the field, 30 metres out, directly in front, or almost. And Bensdale have got the chance to extend that lead that currently sits at 5 points.
I tell you what, look, the free kick was definitely there, but it wasn't needed because his left foot penetrating kick fell into the arms right now, and it is Brian again, is it?
Vickery, yep. Byron Vickery, yep.
So the chance to get his second in just a few minutes.
One of the players running hot at the moment, boys, is Liam Axford with 7 kicks and a handball, 3 marks, 2 clearances, 2 inside 50s.
Best on ground for Gippsland Ozuzu there.
So Byron Vickery straight in front. Remember, he got one from the pocket. This should be just bread and butter stuff.
Oh.
And guess what? He's pushed it to the left. Can you believe that? Another minor score. Another opportunity going begging. Another easy conversion missed, unfortunately.
And we have Bansdale 2-3-15, 1 straight goal clear of Drouin, 1-3-9, Harvey Norman Computers.
Boxer, contrast in the coaching panels from both sides. Bansdale.
There is.
They have 8.
They've got a cast of thousands compared to the 2 or 3 that Drouin have.
No, they've got 8.
So the ball now gets towards half-forward line there for the Redlegs. There's a free kick being paid for holding the ball, and it will go Bansdale's way. This is in the way of McKinnon. Kicks it down the line. Presenting there was Radford. It went over the top of his head. Robinson was there. He goes backwards now, back to McKinnon. He decides to fake a couple of handballs and kicks, sold some nice little candy, and found Keenan Hines in front of the old scoreboard here at Bairnsdale City Oval.
Some of their better players starting to get hold of the ball too.
Hines is one of those. Short 45 kick. Nicely done to Robinson. And Robinson will just take his time now. He's on centre wing, decides now to handball to Hines, who ran on, kicked down the line. The target, Dennison, got up in front of 3. Hawks
They're all
defenders
sitting on their backsides.
Yep, so Dennison decides to go, and he chips it inboard and found Wyatt. He's right on the top of his 50, probably too far out the score. Comes lateral, Radford goes up, nice mark. Oh, raises the elbow, cops bar.
How do you do?
And now he chips it over the top to Dennison again, who just kicked it to him a couple of moments ago. So good running by the forwards. Good patterns, Boxer.
I love the way they've just brought that ball inside. That mark there by Dennison originally. He had McCullum there as well to compete with. So he had 3 big body players from Drouin, and he outmarked them. Well done. But the good thing that I like about Dennison is he put himself back into the play, presented well, and now he's got this chance to shot on goal for Bairnsdale.
Directly in front, should not miss. We've said it a few times though. This time leans back on it a little bit, and the right foot sprays it to the right.
The only 2 they've got are the 2 that they should have missed.
Big moments for Monticello's this afternoon. Jim Beam 700ml, $33, and VB Stubby and Cans 45.
2-4-16 Bairnsdale and Drouin 1-3-9, combined total of 3 goals 7, and we're praising them for their accuracy.
Just watch this kick out. They'll go straight. They'll go straight to McCullum.
All right, so they bring the ball back in and they go in the McCullum direction, but he's been beaten comfortably to the ball. It wasn't as good as it should have been because Vickery, who's been busy, took the mark fairly comfortably. He'll kick from inside the square and he'll put them to within 20 metres of goals. Can they find a winner right there? Right now they can't, but there's some busy players at the base of the pack, but no one can get the ball out, so there'll be a bounce down. Brendan Dower from Drouin will be the blast player up. He had the ball, but there was a few Bairnsdale players that hit him.
Yeah, McCullum worked it, nicely done, and now he gets his kick in the end. Kicks it outside 50. It bounces away from a couple of Drouin players. Redlegs swoop on it in the middle of the ground. There's Waddell, handballs backwards to Vickery. This is Kieran Vickery, and goes lateral to the far side where Keenan Hines takes the mark.
It's been good, Hines.
That's his 7th touched.
So he looks up and he uses it very nicely as well. So Sean White on the wing for Bairnsdale. 7 points is the margin in favour of Bairnsdale. White comes inside on the 45 to Hamilton, who presented nicely. Turns and goes quickly by right foot. Half forward flank build up. Radford has it. Handballs quickly to Hines again. His handball though missed the target. Now the Hawks might be a bit of a chance to rebound from half back through Beck, but he blazes away, and in the end taking the mark quite easily is Daniel Preston for the Redlegs.
And they're spreading well, and they're being a little bit more composed as they go forward. This time they'll try to do it through Waddell, who goes towards left half forward flank, having to wait and wait and wait was Bulmer, and that gave time for some pressure to be applied. But the free kick will go the way of Russell Cowan, who last time we saw him here, he actually left the ground with a hamstring. They'd want him on the ground for most of today. He's vital to their chances. Cowan's kick, though, inside forward 50 is poor. In fact, it didn't quite get to the forward 50. The mark's been taken, Drouin.
I actually saw what he tried to do then. Bob McCullum was the one going down the line, and he wanted to keep away from McCullum. Unfortunately, his teammates didn't react quick enough.
So now Hines, he chases the bean. You know what that means? Beans means Hines. He's beaten to the ball this time, drawn from the outer side of the ground. Goes towards forward 50.
The kids in the box are shaking their head, Poppy.
Yeah, even they don't like it. Here we go. Drouin, outside 50 now through Robinson. Kicks to the top of the square. Nice kick, play on. Good work, Axford. And boom, they get a goal, the visitors. And they also put some more pressure on this Redlegs team.
It's a 1 point margin at the moment. We have Drouin on 2-3-15 on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale 1 point ahead, 2-4-16.
The difference here is the high risk game that Bairnsdale are playing at the moment. They're just relying on that real short, precise kick.
Boxer, big news.
Yeah, I just pointed that out to you, mate. I think we did speak about his hamstring being taped up.
I think it could be a quad, the way he was doing some stretches before. But you're right, it is. He has got some heavy compression. Top of right leg has
Well, that's
Hines.
good when he's come down. And they're looking up to the box.
Keenan Hines, 9 touches already, boys.
Well, this limping heavily on that right leg as they go forward again through Tatnall. They deliver inside Dennison over the top of his head. Play on and mark there for the Hawks defender. Anderson kicks it out to the wing. They got numbers. This is Salter. Right on the wing. He's got a couple short if he wants to near the boundary line. He does chip it short on the top of the head of Tommy Barr. He put one hand up. Barr went and got it again. He's got Cos for support. He comes back onto his favoured left foot and dribbles it in. But it is a minor score. And that goes to the Hawks, which means Paul Carter.
The scores are level, 2-4-16 apiece. Harvey Norman Computers, 21 minutes played.
Big news developing for the Bairnsdale side. Keenan Hines comes back out from the dugout. As again, we've got a flying shot on goal from the big Bob McCullum after a turnover. So another minor score.
Taking Drouin to a 1 point lead, 2-5-17. Bairnsdale 2-4-16.
So Hamilton will bring this ball back into play. He'll go short.
Oh,
as they've tended to do. And I tell you what, every time they've done it, it's been risky. This time it comes off through Gibbs, goes to Radford and towards the outer side at right half-back flank through Harrison Cook.
First game up.
First game, will try to build something here for his team. Goes towards Somerville. Somerville goes along the line towards right half-forward flank, and it's Vickery wearing the number 15, if you're comparing that number to the one you have in your record. And it's Kingy, though, as the ball's turned over, who finds McCallum. Left-hand looping handball. And the Hawks are on the way as they burst through forward 50 again.
They get it inside 50. There's Axford. He's got a couple of defenders there from the Redlegs. Good tackle on Vickery. Now Callum McKeer spins out of one. Got one high.
He's been good.
Yep.
He's
Little
as
mini.
fast as
a
Mighty Mouse, I
Mighty, yes. Well, they call him Mini. And he is very quick. He's low to the ground, Mini.
He is.
As he has a free kick in his defensive back pocket. It is a 1 point margin in favour of Drouin. And McKeon slows it up and now drills it out over the top of Wykes' head. They've got some numbers. Clayton Kingy was there for the Hawks. Comes in board by hands. They then get a half forward. Jackson Koss was on the end of this one. Left foot kick in the target. Hamilton will go back along with that man that we just spoke about in Minnie McKeon. And again, the small fella on the ground takes the contested mark and comes in board to Russell Cowan, who immediately looks to switch the ball. And he tries to get it out wide to Tatnall, but Barr was there. He hammered over the top to his teammate in Axford. Tried to get away from Vickery. He did. Hard up on the boundary line. Kicks to a hot spot. Now Cowan gets it again. And that left foot make it a handball to Gibbs, who gave it back to the running off half-back. This one was through Giovi. They get it to half-forward. Oh, good contest. Tatnall was there. So was at ground level Vickery. This is Byron. Chips it over the top. Bulmer? No. Coming in to meet it there was Nathan Guy. Lost the football through Dennison. Here's a flying shot. It's going to get over the back. Could have been the first game of Cook. It is. Harrison Cook has taken the mark, and we've got one happy junior in the commentary box with us. Have we got a brother or a cousin of some sort? We have a brother in the box with us. It's his first senior game of football. His brother's pumped and excited. Can Harrison Cook, for his first senior game, go back and put a goal through? He is 15 metres out.